Welcome back, everyone, to our next edition of UT4 Elim League Season 4, hosted by UT Pugs. We're going to be getting into another regular season match between Asian Sensation and Forced Exit. Asian Sensation, while they didn't win a match, have managed to win a map. They will not go mapless in this cup. Hopefully they can collect another map, or maybe even two today, get themselves a match win on the board. But 4X is fighting, I believe, to make sure they make playoffs. But it should be pretty hard for them to lose that. Asian Sensation and We Are Annihilation are probably the two lowest teams in the division, so it's going to be tough for them. I mean, this is one of the teams that they need to kind of beat in order to potentially give themselves a chance. But gonna be hard. But still not impossible, still very doable. And Asian Sensation just needs to manage to put together a successful, round. And a couple maps here, they've been competitive and then they've fallen apart. They've also been completely walked over, so who knows what's going to happen, but we are going to get into this match in hopefully just another minute. We have all 8 people in the hub, and once again, let's run through the introduction. We have a UT4 Elim League Season 4 hosted by UT Pugs regular season match between Asian Sensation and Forced Exit, and we should be hopefully seeing a good one here. Forced Exit fighting for playoff positioning, Asian Sensation fighting to try and win as much as they can, and maybe could succeed in knocking Forced Exit out of the matchup, but have some people telling me that I smell absolutely wonderful. We're going to go on board now, and we'll watch Nolja round 1, see if he can actually... we'll stick with Nolja round 1 and see if he can't... Why am I in third-person perspective? Nolja going to be looking, finding Coconut, headshotting Coconut. Combo not going to connect, but Coconut is hurt, but Coconut's not going to back off from this fight. You need to get out of there, Nolja. Save your life. Exit's coming to help him. Minigun is out. 2 miniguns are out. Great rockets out of Nolja to at least make his life worth something. And now Exit jumping down, but Monty able to get the kill. Monty seeing Ma right above him. Monty, Monty. Have you met an M-word name? Coconut is low. Very, very, very weak. Rum, not quite so weak. Sir, very healthy. And Monty, go down. Help your teammate. Sir was camping the pillars, managed to boot jump up there. And Coconut's going to snipe Monty, and all of a sudden was looking from a good position for Asian Sensation, turned sour as they lose round 1 in a round that very easily could have gone their way. Nolja's currently pushing. Rocket's not going to connect on Exit, and Nolja's going to back off. Exit's going to look for him, hits the snipe. Nolja's going to finally turn around and going to get a snipe onto Exit in the return, and it looks like Ma drops Exit 1 versus 4. Combo somehow misses everybody. The field goal is good, and Exit is down. And that is a 1-1 scoreline, as it looks like Asian Sensation is trying to raisin Forced Exit. Apologize for the bad jokes. But we have Rum now kind of holding this boxes area, not getting too aggressive as he just watches Power get obliterated in front of him by Sir, and now it is Rum and Monty 2 versus 4. And Rum going to drop down into all 4 people and hold this connector angle. Maybe took some of the heat off of his teammate, Monty, but still Monty eventually going to drop Rum 1 versus 3. Sir is low. Sir is going to find Exit. Exit boot jumps up to hit a shot, and minigun comes out. The minigun's going to do enough, takes him down, and 2-1 Forced Exit taking round number 3. We're going to go on board with Fantasy's least favorite player as we're going to check out Sir. Can Sir warm up? It looks like he has been doing well so far, but he's going to miss Monty and eat some rockets there. using his fast mouse twitching to try and get this play on, but Monty able to take down Sir, but he is very hurt himself. Goes down. Nolja, 4 HP, gonna drop to Krabs. Krabs just gonna keep holding plus W with Shock Primary. You know that's what he's gonna do, and Krabs is actually looking like he is currently carrying 977 damage, and he is putting forced exit on his back. I did not know that this man was a foreign exchange trader, but hitting 100 damage rocket onto Nolja, the predictive powers are incredible, but Power as incredible flak and really hurts Coconut. But Coconut somehow weasels his way out of there and is now wall dodging into walls. Don't know what he's looking at, what he's doing, but it's working so far. Monty drops, and now we have Rum. Rum drops. Nolja last alive, and he needs to try and make something happen. Cannot do it. Coconut Krabs using the jump boots, getting the kill, and Coconut is still knocking off some coconuts. So we're going to go on board Ma for this round, and looking quickly, Nolja getting some rockets, but Ma shredding Nolja, and Nolja's push not going the way he predicted. Did take a lot of health out of a couple people, but Monty with a huge combo, but drops to Sir, and now Rum and Power are behind. Sir is low. Sir could drop to 1 shock primary. Sir is now last alive. It does drop to a snipe, not a shock. And Asian Sensation able to get a second round on the board, 2-4. And here we go. This matchup is delivering on some excitement value. Sir going to push with rockets, and we've already been on board with Rum, but we're stuck with him now as he's fighting Sir. And Sir, Rum going to be, I think that was Monty getting pounced on. And Rum trying to find some shots, but ends up getting shot by Sir. And now Nolja and Power in a 2 versus 3. Coconut with the high ground up at Nest. And Nolja is in a 1 versus 3 now. Needs to get out of there and find some other angles. Exit shooting. Krabs comes down. Krabs getting absolutely hammered, but finally, wow. Actually sending lift up might have saved Nolja there and gave him time to fight, but Exit drops down. Minigun out. Alt minis. Nolja down to nothing. And we're going to go back on board with... Actually, I'm going to go on board with Power is the only guy that I don't think we have featured in a round yet. So he's going to get this one, and he's going to push forward, get a little bit of chip damage. He's going to move to the basement. Don't know why he turned there, but maybe just to make sure he wasn't walking back into somebody. But would have tried to fight the 2 people at my front. That's just me. Power's going to get out of there. He's going to wrap around here and try and get a flank off, but he's not quite aggressive enough. Needed to push with it to help his teammate. Probably could have heard 1 connector, 1 rockets, and just kept pushing there. But it is a 2 versus 3, and Exit and Ma are both very low. This could easily go in. Exit with a huge combo gives his, but Nolja able to trade, and now Ma versus Nolja, 1 versus 1. Ma gets killed by Nolja. Nolja hears the core coming and probably had a bit of excitement. Might have peed himself as he was just staring at death in the face. Had to hit that snipe, did hit that snipe, and gives his team another round victory. 3, and his teammate jumps in front of what could have been a huge combo. Cancels Nolja's core, but his team able to clean up anyways, as now Exit is trying to fight Monty. Exit hits a good combo, but Power could have been a little bit faster maybe and helped and gotten Exit there. Exit looked the wrong way. It is now Exit in a 1 versus 3, and all 3 members of Asian Sensation are very fully healthy. And Exit now gonna use Alt Shield and give up the round. I don't know what we were witnessing, but it wasn't exactly what we were hoping for. And now Nolja going to get eliminated as Monty and Power last 2 alive here. And Monty going to find Sir, but not quite connect on the full extent of those rockets. Needs to go to rocket school apparently become a rocket scientist, but Monty gonna drop down and die at rockets or belt, whichever one. And here we go. Let's go on board. Who is currently leading exit for his team, 4X, and they are going to find, I think that was Rum in the U-Haul, and Rummy gonna get the rockets out, going to connect a bit onto exit. Exit also connecting a flak onto Rummy. Rummy drops, Power's coming behind. Exit takes himself out on Ma. And now Monty, and they see Coconut and Ma, and Monty gonna go for this health pack, but Krabs is going to be defending it. Sir runs into Monty. Combo not landing, but the core does, and Coconut now in a 1 versus 2, and does take a lot of health out of Power, takes down Power, and now a nice rocket onto Monty, and now Coconut is trying to fight. He's going to get up, try and use the mobility. Flak not connecting. Neither one's Flak connecting. Monty, rocket not connecting. Sniper from Coconut connecting. Monty gonna come in with the link, but Coconut Krabs hits the headshot, and there was a great save of a round coming out of Coconut, and we will stay on board. He is currently the lead for 4X. Coconut is having a game for himself right now, and he's putting the screws to Asian Sensation. Is trading with Rum. Those are two people who probably both won't back off. And Coconut runs right into a huge combo meant for somebody else, but it is okay because his team is taking care of the other side of the map. And now Nolja, last alive, 1 versus 4, needs to make some magic happen. Coconut is the guy he could take care of, and is Sir, but Sir getting the better of Nolja, and 8-4. Once again, Asian Sensation keeping up for the first half of the map, and then just kind of falling off at the end. Not exactly what you'd want. And we'll go back on board. Coconut fighting Monty, and combos coming out, but Coconut taking all of the peak damage. Nolja able to wrap around to get the flank, get the kill, and now Sir is actually all of the remaining members of 4X are here, and Nolja almost getting comboed by his teammate. Does survive, wants that health badly. That would allow him to survive a sniper shot, and Exit is going to be using that a lot as he's running away, and he is going to look. They do find Exit, and Flak coming out. Monty hitting some shots. Monty's rocket going wide. The link gun coming out. Exit connects. Nolja's link gun coming out. Exit boot jumping up. It is a 1-to-1 now. Did not see how Exit took care of the other player. And Core comes through. Exit gets the Dark Horse. And 4-9. What a performance. Exit getting his team 1 round away from a map 1 victory. And combo not going to connect. Exit smoothly transitioning to the next fight. But is taking some damage here. Nolja, big combo onto Nolja. And Exit just shooting these cores, shooting these combos, doing a fantastic job. And gonna hide in a corner now. Exit playing this very slowly, wants to try and get this round for his team. Gonna shoot. They do see him. They do hear him. Rum's gonna come up behind him, but Rum missing the shot. Exit hitting his. Gets Rum to a one-shottable territory, and Exit looking for anything he can get his hands on. Rum finally makes connection with Exit, gets a round on the board for Asian Sensation, and I mean, they're trying their best. Monty actually doing very well here, 3.2 PPR, but he's going to flak himself on his teammate, and Monty is very upset about that, and now he's going to have to deal with the fallout. And, I mean, Monty's very angry here, but he's making a round of it, getting a lot of damage out despite basically being at half health after he just started. But it is Power and Monty 2v3 against Exit, Sir, and Ma. This is not exactly where you want to be. I would not go up there. Multiple players there, and Monty just jumps into Ma's waiting sniper rifle arms and 10-5 to Forex map number 1, I should say, going over to Forced Exit. And that will be the first map of this series. I think this is Asian Sensation's last map, so they are almost pretty much done. And Forex gets one round closer to, I think, officially punching their ticket to playoffs, which is, you know, incredibly good for them. Because, I mean, just putting Asian Sensation at an 0-6, 0-6, I think, right? 7 teams, 6 round, yeah. So 0-6 will, I think, pretty much guarantee Forced Exit a playoff spot, since I believe they already beat We Are Annihilation, which would be the other team that is sitting down there at the bottom of the standings. So everyone else from this division should probably be going through officially. But I think that's it. But never say never. Forced Exit still has to win at least one more map in this series in order to say that they have done that, and in order to guarantee themselves that playoff spot. I think guarantee themselves that playoff spot. Not entirely sure of the picture. A little bit harder with open scheduling, but should be getting into map number 2 here on Invictus. And the ready ask gets asked after the enter button has been hit. So everyone says ready, though, and we are going to be getting into this map. And we are going to, let's go on board. I think Krabs, maybe Exit, ended up with the highest, but we'll go on board Krabs round 1. Give him a round 1. He was playing really well on Pending and has earned his place. Headshots Monty. Monty's noggin no longer connected. Well, I should say his coconut no longer connected to his shoulders. But Coconut does go down himself, and now it is Exit against 2. Power and Rum, both a little bit hurt, but they're going to be double peeking, double shooting, and Exit ends up taking down Power, makes this a 1v1. He does die to a sniper. He's going to use his powers of shield gun and waits for Run to drop down and does get the flat kill, does continue with the link and takes care of Exit. And what a round out of Exit. We're going to stick right on board. Don't touch the keyboard, don't touch the camera, and see Exit as he hopefully continues and does hit Power for 90. Nice damage. Looks down, mini jumps up, but the guy who was up at Flak has vacated the premises, and now if he mini jumped up, he would be finding somebody. But Nolja gumming in and gutting Ma, but getting got by Exit himself. And now Rum and Monty, did they both die in the same? I think they both died in the same combo. Exit took care of both, and Exit on a killing spree. We're going to stay on board. Exit is currently exiting Asian Sensation from the map. You could say they've had a forced exit from these rounds. But Exit hits a nice combo onto Monty. Monty gets absolutely blown up. And there we go. Another round on the board for Forced Exit as Asian Sensation is struggling. Exit is still on a killing spree. And let's just check. Yeah, 6-0, 1,000 damage. We're going to keep on board with this killing spree. Combos not coming through. Exit just untouched up here at Chandelier. Looking through over to LG. No one checking. And I just think Asian Sensation is not used to how Exit's going to play. Because nothing he's doing is un-Exit-like. It's just very few other players play exactly like this, and it's going to make it tough. Especially for a team that probably doesn't practice much or even play, because I think a lot of them are more East Coast based, so they don't play the late West Coast hours with Exit and see this kind of play style going. But Exit going to make I mean, still alive, 100 HP, and runs into everybody at shock, but backs out. Luckily, no hit scan was all pointed at him. Eats a big combo, gives a big combo, and Nolja finally takes down Exit and puts Monty and Sir and Ma, I should say, all these M names getting to me as Ma's about to drop. Ma does drop, and Asian Sensation able to get themselves around on the board. And we'll go on board with Nolja, current leader of Asian Sensation, and we will take a look at what's going to happen here. Can Nolja get his team back into this map? They made a comeback on Pending, but weren't able to sustain it. Can they make one on Invictus and sustain it? But going to be tough. Sir going to come around this corner. Nolja eating some rockets from long range. And now he's backing off, trying to use the slide, use the crouches. Gets taken out by Sir. Monty, last alive. 1 versus 4. And Monty gets got from behind. We'll stay on board for a round here. Monty currently actually not doing the hottest for his team. Can he continue some sort of winning way? But it looks like power got dropped early. Not a lot of damage out onto Forced Exit. It is looking tough for them. Somebody just mini-jumped up. Minigunned? I think I heard a minigun jump there. But Exit's going to run in, hits a nice combo, but a huge combo out of Monty, taking a lot out of 2 players here. But Exit's going to link at Monty down, 36 HP, needed to hit a shot, but in a 1 versus 3, Exit's link gun, he doesn't care if he dies. He just wants to get as much damage onto Monty, make it very, very, very likely that he is going to get dropped. And we're going to go on board Sir and see how he's getting this. Monty going to take some rocket ship damage there, but Sir unable to really connect with the tri-rockets. And now somehow goes up the lift with Nolja. And while in the lift, going to use the wall running. Sir, what a... I mean, like a child on the monkey bars. He is monkeying around on the lift and able to avoid a lot of damage. Still very healthy. But his team is going to drop a player. It is just a 1 versus 2 now. Sir is the last man standing for Forced Exit in this round. And can he survive? Monty going to land the snipe. Sir, great combo. Flak not connecting. Snipe connects. And can he get the kill? No, he can't. Nolja is able to take down Sir and put put another round on the board for Asian Sensation. Take a round away from Forced Exit. Sir was looking healthy there, but he ended up kind of backing off. Not quite connecting. And we'll go on board Power, almost walking into a combo, but instead going to load up Tri-Rockets. This is where Power is dangerous. Shoots them, and Monty taking care of Exit, hitting him with the Tri-Rockets. Exit gets Elim specialed, and Coconut is now in the firing line for a bunch of people. Sir eating some rockets from Power. Sir and whoever else was on his team, Ma, I believe, going down, and another round. Asian Sensation trying to mount the comeback. Nolja is currently 2.5 PPR. We'll go on board. Can he sustain this? All of his team is going to need to pick it up just a little bit in order to connect on some of these kills. It's going to be tough. And right now, Nolja in Power in a 2 versus 4. Going to be tough. Nolja runs into some rockets, and he can't get up down the lift. And Nolja getting taken care of. Power, last alive, has just a shade under 30. Well, I was going to say just a shade under 30 HP, but he's got 0 HP. Goes down to Forced Exit, and Forced Exit now is on a rampage. We're going to go back on board. Exit's 14-3, currently leading. And we're probably just going to stay on board Exit the rest of this map, because I think he's the only one really kind of outpacing the field, at least for this one. And Exit having quick target acquisition, deacquisition there. Almost shot his teammate. Gets anti-comboed. Sir gets a double kill of some kind. I think that was just a bug with Exits dying and sus swapping to Sir. But We'll go back on board. Sir actually 1 PPR off of exit. So Sir is not having any sort of slouch production himself this map. And forced exit needing to find something here. Not going their way so far. Well, I should Asian Sensation, not forced exit. But exit not finding his way in this round, but able to finally get a kill out. And now it is 2 versus 4. Monty and Rum are needing to make something happen. It's not going to happen for Rum. Can it happen for Monty? Needs to land a couple of shots here. Ma was one of the targets he could have killed. Coconut and Ma are both very doable. It is exit that he has to watch out for. And exit, one of the two checking the corner with Ma, but correctly landing the shot onto the right target. And now Monty is running and going to be looking for the shots, but not finding. He's going to run right into exit here. Misses the shot. Hits a big flak, though. That puts exit into the danger zone. He dies to a snipe. Coconut Crab 7 HP. Monty just has to hit anything onto him. One shot comes out. Nice combo onto exit. And now Krabs, he's so low. Just use anything. The snipe will work. Asian Sensation able to get another round on the board. Monty with the dark horse. And absolutely great performance out of Monty in that round. Where was that Monty all season long? Who knows, but he definitely showed up at least for that round, and we'll give him this one. Hits a nice little chip damage onto Ma, not connecting the snipe there, but is moving quite well here. But now he's kind of at a midpoint in this round, but able to knock Sir all the way to water. Sir 2 HP, pushing what might have been the wrong decision, but player that low. Sir and Ma both have 2 and 9 HP. 11 total HP between the last 2 remaining members of Forced Exit in this round. And Sir going to go down. Does hit the return flak onto power, but does not matter. Another round goes over to Asian Sensation, and Monty is kind of coming alive here. Putting in some good rounds, and that's kind of what his team needs. They need to have him, Nolja, and Rum all kind of playing at the same beat and able to put out damage together. And Monty just not hitting exit, but finally connects the rocket. Sir going down 2 rockets, and now Monty is looking elsewhere on the map, finds Ma, and Ma going to take some chip damage from that combo. Monty headshotting Sir and putting forced exit into a rough spot. Ma is below LG. Monty definitely heard Ma. Ma taking care of power. And we're going to go on board. Ma got the kill. Gets some good damage out. Rum is very low, very killable. Monty going to jump up, but not land the shot. And big combo out. Monty goes from almost a full stack to a small stack very quickly. And Ma takes care of Rum. And now Ma is in the position of strength and could very easily clean up this dark horse and put forced exit at map point. Going to be difficult for Monty to find his way back through this round. Ma closing in. Monty does hit the snipe. Monty does go down to the shock primary of Ma, and Ma gets the dark horse. What a round out of Ma. Taking a round from the jaws of defeat for forced exit and putting them on map point. And yeah, there is a lot of lag. I feel like I'm lagging. This is... Does seem like it's kind of fixing itself up, but they might consider moving hubs after this. Seems quite bad. And forced exit, kind of anticlimactic end after a great dark horse out of Ma. A server immediately starts lagging right at the end, and round 10 was just kind of up in the air. Anyways, forced exit secures the match victory and officially, like, I think puts Asian Sensation out of their misery. They have no chance making it now. That is the end.
Three, two, one.
And we are going into map number 3 here for the final matchup for Asian Sensation, I believe, as forced exit and on campgrounds. Unless I have one more. Not sure. Monty didn't spawn. Monty got the no spawn. Exit. Exit needs to weaken himself. And we do have, finally, a, who is currently fighting? Nolja is engaging several people up here at the top pillars, and everyone's at Rockets for forced exit. Party at the Rockets, but Nolja's going to end up not deciding to jump in that horn. Instead, Krabs with a huge tri-rockets. Nolja not connecting the combo, eating some rocket damage. Does take Krabs low. Krabs is hurt here. Could go down to just about anything. But instead, it is going to... Well, Krabs finally does go down. Ma also very low. Nolja 1 versus 3. Needs to try and make something happen. Jumps up, but gets shot. And a 1-0 currently up to forced exit here. As we'll go on board with Ma, since that's who we happen to land on. Ma gonna run into Nolja and trades a little bit. Nolja ends up going down, gets comboed. Monty last alive. It goes down to Coconut, and a quick 2-0-2 forced exit. They are running through these rounds at a very quick pace. We'll go on board exit here, and he is going to see Power, and Power gets instantly shredded. No chance for Power to insert any sort of power out into that round, but Exit getting kind of hurt by Nolja, but able to trade back. Nolja does take 125, so Exit and him about... Exit getting a little worse, but not terrible. But Exit's going to drop, and now it is all on Coconut Krabs in the 1 versus 3 to take this round for forced exit, and he's already taken a lot of damage. He goes down to Rum's Rockets, and Asian Sensation getting round on the board as we go on board with Rummy, the round winner for Asian Sensation, and see what he is getting into. Going to be moving and looking to shoot at, and he's finding Exit, but not connecting. little patient with the shots. Don't usually see that from Rum, but Rum able to secure three tapes onto exit, take him down, and now trying to go help his teammate. Sir dropping not long after, and Rum now shooting shock primary as two of his teammates die quickly, but he is still very healthy, and Ma just runs right into a combo. I believe that was a completed combo. Just spectator bug. 1v1 Krabs versus Rum. Battle of the shock primary users, and Rum getting the ace. What a round out of Rum. We're going to stick on board. Can he repeat that round and give Asian Sensation a lead in a... What a headshot. Rum just takes one out of Ma, flying through midair at the pillars, and Coconut, though, runs right into Rum and has the damage out. Rum, 1 HP, goes down to the mini, and now Monty taking down Ma, but putting Nolja in the 1 versus 2. Coconut is somewhat hurt. And a little bit of inter-team turmoil, or actually I should say intra-team turmoil, as apparently Rum's headshot on Ma was not received well by his team in fits of laughter. But this round has been explosive, as it is quickly becomes a 2-2, and Nolja and Power against Krabs and Ma. Would have to say that this does favor Nolja's team. Nolja should be able to put the screws to some of these, to Ma and Krabs, but gonna run right into Ma there. Link gun coming out, and Ma's life going out. Nolja's looking for Krabs, trying to be a little bit... wasn't quite sure where Krabs was, but now definitely knows, and is now going to... What is he looking to do? Hits a nice snipe onto Krabs, hits another nice snipe onto Krabs, and manages to tie it up. Gets a record 3-3. Nolja, what a round out of him, and able to secure a 3rd round and keep us all square. And now Nolja's going to push low here, and they're not going to find the player who was there. Has vacated the premises, and already Power drops, Rummy drops, and now Monty drops, and it is a 1 versus 4. Nolja all alone, and Nolja cleaned up, and a round number 4 going over 2. Forced exit as 4-3 scoreline, and forced exit Coconut Krabs currently leading the way, 4.3 PPR. What is this man feeding on? Has he had some sort of coconut and crab related dish that has given him the power of both of those entities? We will never know, because it is unlikely he will admit to us where his secret comes from. But he is going to find a couple of people there in his face, and what I accidentally swapped to Ma, not Coconut Krabs. Apparently, we've been watching the wrong person. Going to go on board next round, see what Krabs is doing. But Ma, last alive, 1 versus 3, goes down, and that is all she wrote. Well, I guess it all she wrote, actually, as Ma was the one that dropped, or I just missed Krabs dying. Thinking of too many good bad jokes to say, but Krabs now going to be pushing down Power at the shock stairs, and he's just going to go right in there, starts loading rockets, starts looking. He is looking to try and runs right into Monty in front of him, and the flat coming out from Monty, the link coming out from Nolja, and Krabs able to take down 1, puts Nolja in the 1 versus 3, and Nolja not enough to win that one, and goes down. And all of a sudden we've got a once again, this is a match back and forth. We're going to take a look at Sir. Don't think we've seen him yet, actually, in this matchup. So we're going to take a peek, and goes down to Rummy. And now Krabs and Ma, and Krabs needing to try and get... he's been putting his team on his back so far, and needs to keep it going. Great little movement. Great rockets out of Krabs. A Rum going down. Krabs showing us why he's leading his team PPR-wise. Shoots his teammate with rockets, though, and yeah, leave that for Krabs. Nolja, however, well, was going to say 1 versus 2, but takes care of Ma, makes it a 1 versus 1, and now Krabs looking, Nolja looking, And Nolja not connecting that snipe, not connecting that flak either. Connecting that snipe, but connects another one, and Nolja has shown so far that he has Coconut Crabs' number. Nolja is a frequent diner at Red Lobster, and crabs is what's on the menu. And now Nolja is looking for the shots into anyone he can cut. This is a very aggressive position, and he's taking a lot of damage, not actually successfully hitting any of the shots, but I mean, if he could, and then combos himself on his teammate Ma coming in from behind. Is Power hitting Ma with a big flak, but Monty and Power both low. Monty 2 HP. Currently has no one on him, but sees Sir. Sir sees him. Monty takes care of Sir immediately, gets shot by Ma, goes down, and that is a 6-5. And once again, neither team is able to win 2 rounds in a row here. It has been, I mean, we're going back on Coconut Crabs, still PPR leader. So we're going to keep watching this man. Big combo, and misses the combo on Nolja, though. Just lets it go too far, hits the wall. Nolja, Crabs able to drop. Nolja still alive. Nolja finally does drop. And now Monty and Rum in a odd man situation. Nice flak that's able to connect onto Ma, but they know exactly where Monty is. And Monty doesn't connect on the combo. Could have been huge damage onto Sir. Sees Exit. Exit with a massive combo onto Monty. Just absolutely takes care of his health bar. Great jumping combo from Exit. And finally, able to get a round, kind of a 2-round advantage for Forced Exit. First team to win 2 rounds in a row in a hot minute here. Aggressive rocket push coming out from Monty, but he goes down to Sir, and now Nolja exits combo, hitting the wall. Not exactly what he's looking for. And Power currently at flak. Everyone sees him. Nolja now last alive, 1 versus 4. Needs to make a miracle happen for Asian Sensation. Big flak on somebody trying to come up. Another big flak. Nolja's flak is huge, but eventually enough people come up the rocket lift that Nolja's rate of fire is not enough to deal with. And enough damage coming out, and finally, Sir taking care of Nolja early. Rum finding 2 people, but 2 people finding Rum at the same time. Rum goes down, and Monty drops, and now Power is the last one alive for his team. They need to get this round. Not going to happen. 9-5. Once again, Asian Sensation stays with it for half the map, and then seems to just crumble at the end. And just not quite enough. I mean, they have some truly fantastic play, just can't sustain it is what it seems like. And now they are currently all pushed back into this pillars area. The combo from Crabs not going to connect. It is a 2 versus 3. And Monty and Sir trading, and Crabs, a nice snipe onto Rum. Very winnable for Crabs, but going to miss onto Rum. Misses again, jumps up and gets hit, but takes down Nolja. This is still, he just needs to hit 1 snipe onto Rum. Rum able to hit the shot first and takes down Crabs, and a 9-6 scoreline. And Crabs still on top, carrying Forced Exit in this matchup. Great performance out of him. Combo not connecting onto Nolja, and going to be tough. Monty getting flanked from behind. Crabs takes him down. And, I mean, it looks like Forced Exit probably going to clean this one up. Nolja is low. Power is also not that healthy, but Crabs does take care of Nolja. It is now Crabs versus Power. Crabs getting the better of Power there so far. Power 10 HP. Can Crabs secure it for his team? Currently 4 PPR. And sees Power, misses Power. Power hits the snipe. He is now 1 snipe away. Can Power hit it? Power takes care of Crabs and gives Asian Sensation more life into this game. What a 1 versus 1 out of Power. Power had no business winning that. 1 minigun bullet would have done it. And Rum taking a lot of damage out from rockets here. And don't know where he's shooting those combos, but I guess he doesn't have the benefit of X-Ray like we do. And gonna find Sir. Sir finds him, gets a lot of damage, but able to, you know, he gets some traded back onto him. So this is a 3 versus 3, currently going very closely. And now Monty getting flanked from behind Sir, last alive. Sir gonna jump. Great flak ball, great snipe. Nolja gets dropped. Bodies hit the floor. Sir is in a 1 versus 2. This is very winnable. Monty 15 HP power, slightly over 50. My quick math. But Power gets sniped, and Monty unable to land the shot onto Sir. Doesn't even take it. Finally does, but Sir hits the great combo, and Sir secures the Dark Horse for the last round in this match and sends Asian Sensation packing, winless in their matches, and Forced Exit takes the match victory and will move on. Don't know if they have any regular season matches left. Don't know what the state of all of our matches are left. But in this case, Asian Sensation has dropped another match, and I believe that's all of them for Asian Sensation. And they fought. They fought here. Every single map was competitive until it wasn't. First 2 were like 4-5, 5-5, and then they lost 5 straight rounds. Campgrounds was looking like it was going to be similar until they were able to kind of bring something back at the end and get it to a 10-7 scoreline. They fought in every matchup. They did their hardest, and nobody can ever take anything away from them for that. Ooh, what a match. And that's all for this time, though, from the UT4 Elim League Season 4, hosted by UT Pugs. Check out the Discord at UT Pugs if you want to play in any of the games, get involved in any of the matches, or just pug up, have some fun, shoot some guns. And until next time, catch all of you later.